So this particular 75 is coming to us from the Pioneer Showcase. I believe it got top four, if I recall. It either got top four or finals. It might have been finals. I know it didn't win, but this is pretty. I mean, this is as clean as it gets. It's literally just all four ofs, and like I'm gonna be real with you, chat. I love decks that look like this. Just like super clean, knows what it wants to be doing, just all four ofs. And the cool thing about playing Abzan versus Esper, so originally I thought that Esper was going to be a little bit better, but I think I'm coming around to Abzan a little bit more, just having access to Chariot, as like, so obviously the goal is set up Parhelion, but like, Chariot's not that bad if you just do it on turn 3, you know? Like if you go turn 2, bait a Chariot, turn 3, Greasefang, get it back, attack, that's attacking for 4 and you make 3 2/2s. Like, that's still pretty good, you know what I mean? So, and Blue doesn't have access to that. Blue doesn't have another good vehicle. I guess Boat, but like, I think I like Chariot a little bit more. It helps stabilize the board better. So I'm a big fan of this list, really excited. I like Thoughtseize main deck over Push, because you can swap those in the board against aggro decks, but Thoughtseize is a lot better at protecting your Greasefang, especially in Game 1 scenarios when you're like more all in on that. So, really big fan of this list, and I did pretty well, so we'll see how it goes. Alright, let's try this again. Turn to Salvage to find white mana. I'm going to keep this, I think. Salvage finds white mana turns into Parhelion, maybe mill a Greasefang that we can get back. Can't stay away. I think this hand's okay. It's not great, but... Def Chat, thank you for the 17. Welcome back, buddy. Hope you're having a good day today. I'm not having a good time, chat. Okay, that's a good draw. Thankfully, we drew a white source. I love the draw step stop for no reason when you're playing bad humans. You gotta love the draw step stop for no reason. I love it. We'll draw Greasefang, it's fine. Greasefang and you're dead. Greasefang! Any Greasefangs? Oh! Oh! Okay. Alright. I see you. It's simply too free. Yo, what are you gonna do? Play a Reflector Mage? Alright, you're dead. Dig 2, no blocks. Playing Abzan for a while, the mana base is just not great. Yeah, I mean, it's just like... The problem with most 3-color decks in Pioneer is the 3-color decks usually tend to be the ones that have, like, the biggest spread at the 2 spot, you know? Like, you have black 1-drops, you have green 2-drops, white 3-drops, all this stuff, you know what I mean? It's like... It's really hard to like figure out the right, you know what I'm saying? It's just like you have spot stuff at all across the curve, and it's just really hard to get that mana base right. You're good, Dev Chad. You're good. Yeah, I mean, honestly, the most tilting part about that was the fact that Yawgmoth was in the finals. So I basically, you know, even though I lost the semis, I basically lost the finals, right? Like, realistically, if I'm in the finals against Yawgmoth, I'm not losing. I'm gonna tell you right now. I would bet $1 million I wouldn't lose the finals to Yawgmoth. If it was against me, you would. I played against Yawgmoth in the Swiss, and I kept a hand. I mean, I stand by my keep for sure, but I kept a hand that was like a little sketchy, but it had basically Steam Vents, Island, Fire Ice, Cascade Spell. I iced them on turn 2, missed my third land twice, and I still won very easily. That's how, like, unlosable the matchup is. And the game that I lost in game 2, I kept the same 2-land hand and never played my third land. That's how I lost game 2. What do you think about the Black-Green Delirium deck? I don't know, let me look at the one you sent me again. It's the one that 5-0'd. What do you think about this deck, chat? What do you guys think? You guys like this deck? Nissa, Vraska, Emrakul, Grimflayer, Old Rustain, Satyr Wayfinder Tracker. I don't know. This deck feels okay, but I don't think this is better than Rakdos. The red cards are cracked. I think I like the red cards better. I don't know. I just think like Bone Crusher Giant is messed up. Dreadbore's really good, clean, just efficient answer. Do I prefer Abzan rather Esper? Yes, and the main reason is this card. I think like the green cards are kind of washes. Satyr Wayfinder, Command, and Salvage are pretty replaceable with Mending and Tainted Indulgence, but green having access to another good vehicle is irreplaceable. So we're playing against. Are we playing against? I forgot. We're playing against humans. So we'll cut Thoughtseize for push, I think. Make that clean swap. I don't want these cards. Probably want the boat. I don't want any discard spells. I don't know what kind of hate they have. They probably have Rest in Peace, right? Can like trim one of these maybe? But also maybe just cut the Informants. Probably the case so bad against Thalia though. Like two of these maybe. Let's try that. Lord's Dane, thank you for the 21. Appreciate you, buddy. Hope you're having a good day today. Oh yeah, Fable too. Right. Fable's the best reason to play red. What if we built Jund Traverse? Jund Traverse, huh? How bad does that sound? Because, like, the Rakdos deck is already not that bad at putting cards in the graveyard, right? Basically, I just want to be, like, I don't know what I want to be. It's probably just too bad. Jund vehicles with Ob and Chariot. Ob and Chariot. Oh, I see. You want to copy Ob. It might still be... Was that bugged? I didn't know it was bugged. Tutoring for Glorybringer with Traverse sounds kind of sick. It's like you get to put all these cards in your deck, but you don't have to put a ton of them in your deck, which is pretty cool, you know? Like, you get the benefit of just having them, like, having Glorybringer on curve, but you don't have to play 4 of them and get clogged up because you just traverse for it. Also, Kolaghan's Command back the Glorybringer is kind of sick. I don't hate that idea. Traverse for Siege Rhino. Where's my boy Siege Rhino at? Siege Rhino's in the chat? Siege Rhino is dead? Don't you dare say that. You take that back. How dare you? Charming Prince. Siege Rhino. Yeah, see? Siege Rhino's not dead. Proof. Actual proof. Do I give a shit about this? I mean, I kind of want to use my mana. Be kind of nice to use my mana. At bottom top. I'm just going to use my mana here. It's kind of close, but... Like I said, it's not because I actually care about this card, it's more just, like, I want to tap out the next couple of turns. So, I guess I'm not tapping out on turn 3. So turn 3 was maybe the turn that I could have used it. Right, because I'm going to go this on turn 3, plus 2-drop, plus maybe push. Maybe that would have been fine. Genesis was dead after extended. Genesis, man. Thalia Heretic Cathar. I declare no block skis. Okay, not great. You can go. Could be decent Cyber playing for this deck. Switch from Greasefang to Rhinos. So, what would you cut, though? So you would cut... I guess you could still play Wayfinder as, like, just a thing that blocks and gives you land drops. Supplier's bad. Greasefang you would cut. Reflector Mage. Obviously, the Parhelions. You would definitely keep the Chariots, because Chariots is just like a fine mid-range card, but... Hasn't been updated in a while. February 18th, 2021? Oh, but it has Trespasser, so I guess you... Yeah, okay. So you've updated it way since then, for sure. Groxa Wayfinder... Gloomshrieker? Oh, that thing, okay. Yeah, that looks like pretty close to what I want to be doing. Oh, game. That's a really good draw. That's an exceptional draw step. Claudio, thank you for the 5 months as well as the Doom top deck right in time as I rip Chariot my best possible. Hopeful Initiate. I don't like that. That's not nice. Body Courtyard into tapped. Oh, this thing. Yeah, this thing. Temple Garden. Alright, I kind of want to kill this thing, but that involves me casting both Witherbloom commands. I think there's any shot they double block. They 100% double block, right? Which is kind of awkward for me if they double block. I mean, the other thing that I could do is just, like, kill the Prince, crew the thing, attack, token. They can't double block, they go to 14. You know, like, use both commands on the Prince. That's good, though, because then they can go attack with both, counter on the Initiate. Puts me in kind of a weird spot. Why would you say that, Ashiok? Thank you for the 12. 1 year, buddy. Kind of tough. They double block with the Boom Reflector, then initiate as a loading cake. Yeah, that's true. So if I just, like, crew this up, they double block, I go 2-2, second main, kill this, mill, play Wayfinder, which I think is probably fine. I think that's fine. I think I'm cool with that, if they want to make that play. Because I can still kill, this and this, leave them with just this. It's probably okay. Or they just don't block, which I'm also kind of fine with. Now I can just kill this post-combat. Which I think I want to do in case they have land plus lieutenant, because they can activate this. So let's go black-green, mill 3, land -3, -1. Do I want to mill, though, or do I want to drain? I think I just want to mill. Get a land back. Because I want to mill so I can try and find... That's why I want to mill. Okay. Proceed. You're good, Main Strange. You're good, buddy. I don't mind. Couldn't even beat one you ran on Saturday. Listen, Otter. Don't make me ban you. I can and will ban you. You might get a perma. Just saying. Watch out for that perma. Stitcher's Supplier. Okay. So we can pre-combat the Supplier. Because I already have the Can't Stay Away in the Graveyard, so if I hit Parhelion plus Greasefang... Well, I hit Greasefang, but not Parhelion. Unlucky. I think... So I'm a little bit worried that they have Collected Company, so what I kind of want to do... Is there any shot I don't attack here? I guess what I do... Oh, I meant to play the other land, but... It's fine, I guess I gotta pay 2. I'm gonna go here. Because this gives me more blockers too. I'm gonna get back the chariot, keep this chariot. Okay, so that happens. Keep the other one, right? Keep this one. Trigger that. Crew this. Tap this. Yeah, this is fine. You just shove with everything, make a token, have 4 blockers. Valorous Stance. It's not the best answer to Greasefang. I mean, it is what it is, but... not the best answer to a Greasefang. Oh yeah, 4 dogs are playing zombies in our deck. Are you proud of me? That I have zombies in my deck? Yeah, we're simply just gonna hardcast the Parhelion. I mean, I think that our opponent will probably take lethal damage before we do that, but... yeah, alright. They're off it. Let's go. See? First league of the stream, 1-0. Simply that easy. This hand's pretty good, right? Supplier, Greasefang. Wish we had the card that I always forget the name of, Rafine's Informant. I'm just going to call it Merfolk Looter. Wish we had Merfolk Looter in this hand, but... Is there any other ways in Abzan? Like, any other good discard outlets? I guess you could play Howlblade, but... Yeah, but I could just not read your messages. I could just stop reading them, No, the answer is probably Season Howlblade. I think that card's not actually horrible, but I wouldn't play it over Informant. I think you'd play it in addition to. Yeah, Brutality too. Brutality's good. Would I play in a comp, Ariel, Pioneer Event, Lotus, which I've been testing, or Mono Green, which I've basically never played. So, the thing about Mono Green, I don't think it's too difficult to play. You just have to recognize, like, in what situations. Basically, what I would do is just Goldfish, Because most of the time with Mono Green, the tough situations are it's just math, And it's not too difficult once you've encountered a lot of those situations to figure out, okay, how much devotion do I need to go off here? How much, you know what I mean, with stuff like that. Pleach out, thank you for the gifted sub. But, I think Mono Green is more powerful, and I think it's better positioned, if that answers your question. Just, like I said, honestly, just Goldfish. It's just about math. Top of my rescue this weekend, a Rakdos sack running Bloodside and 3 Fables. Only got beat by Rakdos mid. Any suggestions of the matchup? It's so weird, because I lost to Rakdos mid as well, which is, very, very surprising to me, because I thought that matchup was, close to a bye, but I don't know. I lost to it. I don't know if there's anything to like necessarily fix the matchup per se, because I don't know if the matchup needs to be fixed, but okay. Guess we're blocking. Might as well block now before they have trample spell. It's possible I get to block for more damage next turn, but I get a guaranteed block 5. I get a guaranteed block 5 versus a potential. Well, okay, let's think about this. If their turn is like, what's the worst that could absolutely happen? They go land +1, which would be 5, 6, 7, and then rampage, which would make it 12. Right, so I take 5 this turn, go to 15. They can 12 is the most they can deal next turn. So I wouldn't technically be dead. It's really close though. The only okay, if I had a creature to play, I'd be much more inclined to block this turn because I have a guaranteed block next turn. The reason I kind of don't want to block is because I don't have a creature to play next turn. Right? I think I'm actually not going to block for that reason. Okay. Let's go. Mill 3, drain 2. So mill, lose 2. Get back. Blooming Marsh. Your turn. Brickmaster Flex with the 10 says pros and cons of mono blue spirits compared to blue white spirits. Blue white spirits is a lot. Okay. I think mono blue is a lot better. I guess that's a reason to block too. Mono blue is a lot better if you are playing against interaction, I think, whereas blue white is better at racing. If that makes sense. So I think mono blue. Oh, they have another rage. I mean, I can't beat another rage anyways, so I'm not gonna play around it. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm. But that's kind of my stance on the thing. Rope burn. Thank you for the 12. Yeah, we were never beating this draw. Never beating this draw. I mean, if we're somehow not dead. Then we do have Can't Stay Away, but I assume we're dead. Blue, I mean, just specifically blue-white, if you're not going to play Bant, I think blue-white has a fine mana base, but... Okay. We go to 2. I'm at 2. Watch them just have another Reckless Rage anyways, it just never mattered. Let's do the thing. It's there's no shot you have a third Reckless Rage. We Parhelion, right? We have 2 blockers. Also, don't die to Rage, because Rage can't kill a 5/5. So, we don't even die to a top deck Rage. Or, no, they're 4/4 tokens, aren't they? So we do die to Rage. Whatever. I think I'm supposed to go for Chariot. Your turn. I don't know why I thought they were 5/5 tokens. Yeah, God's willing. Sure, I mean, we're dead to... We would have been dead to that last turn, right? Oh, we weren't actually dead to that last turn. Yeah. There's only 1 more damage. Right. I mean, it's really hard to beat the double rage draw. Alright, so... Man, see, this is a matchup where I, kind of want both Thoughtseize and Fatal Push, but I don't know that I have room for it. So you also need to, make sure that you can combo them. Honestly, this might be a matchup where I cut Chariot, because I don't think Chariot's ever going to be fast enough. I have to Parhelion them, right? I think that's how I should play this game. Chariot would play around God's Willing, but not Trample. No, because I have 3 creatures to block and they're all green. How would I play around God's Willing? Just don't crew. Oh, sure. I see what you're saying. You just leave the Greasefang untapped. No, you're right. If I don't crew and leave the Greasefang untapped, then I'm fine. What world am I not crewing, right? Oh, no. I can crew with the tokens and then have the Greasefang and the Chariot back to block, or the Greasefang and the Chariot token. Yeah, that would have been fine. I'm going to try cutting Chariot. Looks a little weird, but I'm also not a huge fan of this card. It doesn't really kill any of their creatures, right? I want to bring in all the pushes, for sure. I don't know if I want anything else, but maybe 2 Decay, 2 Command. Let's go with that. I think I like the way that looks. -4 Chariot, -1 Can't, +1 Ship, +4 Push. I mean, I kind of like a couple Abrupt Decays on the play. I think I actually don't like Decay on the draw, but I think it's fine on the play. Just I could have Copter. Me too. No black mana, huh? If one of these was a black source, this had to be a Snap Keep. I think I have to mull, though. Sounds worse. Reckless Rage is such a beating in this matchup. That card is so hard to beat. I mean, obviously we have Thoughtseize, but could also use Cats the Crew and still attack. Yeah. Use Cats the Crew, attack, and then have the Greasefang and the token back to block. I could have played around God's Willing that game. Maybe I should have. Alright, well, I'm definitely going to keep this. I believe I'm going to put back Takanuma, because I have to assume that I hit my third land drop with Wayfinder. And I think on the play I might just put back Abrupt Decay. Just so I can go, like, full ham. Just go 1, 2, 3. Would you actually have kept that first hand? It just seems so slow, you know? I don't know, maybe. Maybe that first hand was fine. First Good versus Arcane. I highly doubt they're going to keep in Arcane in this matchup. They need to be faster than that. Alright, well. If you tap out, you're dead. Nice Multiply, by the way. You go, like, favorite Hoplite, leave up a mana. Guess they can have Rest in Peace. Nope, you're dead. Sick. This deck's easy, huh? This deck is so easy. Your turn. Man, I don't know. This feels like it's the most degenerate. Might be the most degenerate deck. Like when you have these draws, it feels impossible to lose. Like there's no way we lose this game, right? Surely we can't lose this game. Surely. You do the cool play of Thoughtseize yourself. And this deck, I mean, I can't. I don't even know how to calculate the math on this. Like somebody could probably figure it out. This deck can turn 2. If you have turn 1 Supplier, if you mill exactly Greasefang plus Parhelion, and you have Can't Stay Away on turn 2, you can do it on turn 2. Now, I have no idea what the math on that looks like. It's obviously, less than 1% probably, but I want to just do it once. I just want to do it once. Oh, we wanted Decay, not Decay on the draw. Yeah, Decay's too slow on the draw, I think. I mean, everything else kind of sucks though, so actually it's probably fine. I don't think this hand's fast enough. I mean, it technically can turn 3, but like no interaction on turn 1. We only get 3 looks at it. I think we can do better on 6. What's up, Jealous? You think this deck is more degen than Nykthos Tribal? I mean, if both decks are goldfishing, this kills you on turn 3, so I think so. I think it's close, but okay. So keep this, put back Informant, then we can just like mill, try to find. Yeah, this is fine. Snapping off him when happens to turn 2 thing is sweet. Did you actually give a screenshot of it? Oh, yes, that's so good. Oh, the turn 2. I like how he just said bruh. I would probably say the same thing, to be honest with you. I'd probably just say bruh. Bruh. Karn fucks Fang hard. Yeah, but they have to have it on curve, right? Like, if they don't have Karn on turn 3, you're gonna win most of the time. Because they're not interacting with you in any other way. It's just Karn. Okay, that's actually not a good draw. It's actually probably the worst draw in our deck. Because we don't have a way to discard it. I mean, at least we have Can't Stay Away for that. Oh, this deck is horrible against Hate. The way that this deck is constructed, it's all in. We're all in, baby. Yep, that sucks. Well... We have, what, 2 Decays, 2 Commands to draw to? This is not good. Not good. I even drew the Can't Stay Away, too. Would have been so good if they didn't have this. I think I have to salvage. Kind of sucks, but I think I have to. I ended up cutting a couple of Wither Blooms because I hadn't thought about hers, but... Also, why can't this card be an instant? Come on. Like, why can't this card be an instant? Is that so much to ask for? So much to ask for, really? I mean, we can still win this game with Chariot, right? Especially if they're missing land drops. I wonder if I just want to take a land because of that. I mean, it's better to take this if I find an answer to the hearse. Also, this thing's just a 4-3, right? Yeah, it's probably just better to take that. I guess I'll just play a 4-3. Why not? I guess playing a 4-3 is not that great if they have Reckless Rage, but like, come on, I don't know. I think it's fine. Why can't Witherbloom be an instant and say -2/-2? Yeah, that too. Why can't all of my cards be better than what they are? It's really what I'm asking here. which I think is pretty reasonable. It's a fair thing to ask. I like how they tap the Forge first. Giga Chad. Just no fucks given. You know that means they're casting. Yeah, obviously. I was like, if they tap the Forge first, you know that means they're casting Rage, just like 100% of the time, because they're just like asserting dominance here by tapping this first. Just no fucks given. I have to cast this thing to try and find. Try and find an answer to this. What am I even salvaging for? I don't really know. I doubt I can win this game, but... Opinion on Mono Blue versus Blue-White Spirits. Which one is better suited for the current meta? Sorry, I missed the answer earlier at work. You're good, Flex. I mean, I think Mono Blue is better against interaction, but I think Blue-White Race is better. So it really depends on like what you expect to play against. If you expect to play against a lot of mono green, I mean, both decks are like really good against mono green. But if I had to pick one, probably Blue-White, slight edge. I think Blue-White is worse against Rakdos. I think Mono Blue is maybe a little bit better against Rakdos, just because it has more cheap interaction. You know, where it's like it can play those like double protection spell turns. Whereas like Blue-White's just kind of play your creatures on curve and hope that your opponent doesn't draw too much removal. So kind of depends. Depends on whether or not you want to interact a lot, or you expect to play against a lot of interaction. Because if so, I think I like Mono Blue better. Busted Condom, thank you for the Twitch Prime. Cast your Invigorated Rampage so I can die. Osh's Command's kind of sweet, yeah. Another out to Hearst gone. Alright, I'm off it. I just kind of assumed it was, so I didn't even think much of it. I didn't question it. I was just like, whatever, fine, I get a game loss, but... Yeah, and I just assumed it was. Like, that's... Ever since I've been playing this game, that's how it has been, so I didn't think much of it, but... That's why I didn't fight it. I was like, whatever. I'm dumb. That's fine. I get it. No, it wasn't a deck reg error. It was just... It was not de-sideboarding. That's what it was. It had nothing to do with deck reg. Nothing to do with deck reg. I just handed my deck to my opponent. It was different than what I submitted on my deck list. Have I told people my game lost the PT? I have. I've told that story a couple times. It's a forced mulligan? That can't be right. Why would it be a forced mulligan? Some clouds for Atlanteus. No, it was during a deck check, Joss Monster. They deck checked us. That's what it was. I didn't just draw the card. They deck checked us, and that's when it was realized. I kind of want to Can't Stay Away Rafine's Informant. It's kind of a Chad move. Kind of a Chad maneuver. There's no shot they stop this, right? Just take it. I'll tell you the PT story, though. Let me just finish this turn. We'll start it. So I can either Can't Stay Away the Informant, discard the Parhelion, or I can play Supplier. I think I'm supposed to just play Can't Stay Away. I mean, they're obviously going to stop that, but... So, the game lost at the PT, huh? You guys want to hear that story? So, I forget which PT exactly it was, but it was the PT that they introduced the new... the new frame on the basic lands, right? It was Theros going into, not Theros, but, I forget exactly what it was. Oh, we win. But basically this was the time where they introduced new borders in the lands. So me, because I wanted to play with the cool new fancy basics, what I did was I had my deck list laid out and stuff, and the night before the tournament, or when we got there, they had like all these new sweet lands in the land box, and I was like, all right, I'll just swap out my basics for these new basics. So I do that, just like, get handed my deck list, or online, I forget exactly what, and then I like swapped out these basics, because they look cool. And I'm just like playing, I think I ended up I 6-2 day one, and I noticed during day one, I was playing a black-green deck. It was just two colors. And I noticed on day one that I was drawing a lot more black sources than green sources, and I was like, this is kind of weird, but didn't think much of it. So I'm just like, go into day 2. I do horribly in my draft. I think I either 0-3'd or 1-2'd. So I'm like in a spot where I have to win out to even like, top whatever. I have to win out to Q for the next PT. And I think I won my first round. Or first round of the Swiss on first round of construct on that day 2. And we get deck checked in the next round. And you can kind of see where this is going. What happened was, I think I registered on my deck list, I had 9 forest, 6 swamp. But when I grabbed lands out of the land box, I grabbed 9 swamps and 6 forests. This was at a PT, by the way. So obviously I got a game loss, and then I was just like, I was off it. For playing against Rakdos mid-range. Is the opponent at priority playing instant before you declare attacks? Was a question that came up Sunday playing Pioneer. Once Grease Fang into play, a Seaga's Chariot opponent tried to push it before they could copy the token. Yeah, they get priority. So basically the way that it works is you put Grease Fang into play, right, in your main phase. Then they get priority in your main phase before you even go to combat. So they can react. And then also, when the Grease Fang trigger resolves, you put the token, you put the artifact into play, and then they also get priority again. So there's always a point where they can respond. I don't know if I want any of these cards against Rakdos, to be honest with you. Maybe Decay? Decay for Hearst, maybe? Can trim on, like, Rafines, Can't Stay Away, and a couple Decays. There's probably not much I have to do, though. Let's try that. Yeah, let's play Silence first, true. Yeah, which is why I don't mind a couple Decays. Sand's kind of weird. I kind of want to keep it. I probably can't keep this. I mean, this is probably one of my best cards in the matchup, because their deck is very good at fighting through, or like stopping the first wave or two. Okay, this hand's fine. They're mulling to 5. Wow. They also get priority when the Grease Fang triggers put on the stack. Yes. Yeah, so like sometimes what you want to do is you actually, like, strategically, you want to let them go to combat, put the Grease Fang trigger on the stack, then kill the Grease Fang, so then the Parhelion stays in their hand, rather than kill the Grease Fang before they go to attacks, because if you do that, the Parhelion stays in their graveyard, and you'd rather have it in their hand than in their graveyard, in case they have a follow-up Grease Fang. So, like, just something to think about with that. You have the turn 2 hand, I believe. Sure about that? I mean, they built the 5, so... Wait, really? Why did they keep in Croxa? What the hell? I don't know about that one, Chief. I would not have recommended keeping that card in. It means they have to have the 3-drop, right? So I should probably just not seize them. There's no shot they don't have the 3-drop, right? Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I have to fight through a Kolaghan's Command, but... Does depend on the scenario. If they have a 3-2 Rafine and a Stitcher, they can still crew. Oh, sure. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, if they have other stuff in play, it definitely matters. So you gotta, like... It's not always correct to do it, but there's definitely some situations where you want to do it. Okay. Exactly what I wanted. Combat. Yes, good luck, buddy. Hope you crush it. Alright, lead Wayfinder in case of having a shock land or a fast land. There's the fast land, your turn. This sucks milling a chariot, but... So we know they have Kolaghan's Command and 2 unknowns. Okay, let's go pre-combat. Let's go play Wayfinder in case I mill over Grease Fang, because then I'm just going to do it pre-combat. Pog. Let's go play this as a green land. And then go white, black, get back Grease Fang. They will probably Kolaghan's Command. I mean, if they let the trigger happen, I'm just going to get Chariot. Yeah, I'm not going to get the Parhelion into the Kolaghan's Command. Because they still have to Kolaghan's Command this. They can't let me get more tokens, you know? So, like, regardless of what I target, they're going to Kolaghan's Command. So might as well get my value on the way out the door. So they probably, blow this up, get back Croxa? I don't even know. Maybe shock something? It's not even that good. I'll discard this one. Ooh, maybe discarding that one's worse against Go Blank, but like, I mean, if they cast Go Blank versus, 11 power, I think I'm cool with that. Like, they're dead if they cast Go Blank, so. Yeah. No, it's been brought up, but I just looked it up, and failure to decipher at the point you were looked at looks like a warning of fixing your deck. See, that's what I thought. Like, I wasn't sure. I wasn't, like, 100% certain it was actually a game loss. But, like, I didn't think much of it when it happened, you know? I was just like, alright, whatever. Same thing as last turn, right? Or 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. They go to 1. Still fine. Alright, they've conceded. But yeah, that's what I thought, though. I feel like I didn't think much of it at the time, but, like, the more I think about it, I don't think that should be a game loss. But, like, the judge said, yeah, you're getting a game loss for this round. And I just, like, instinctively, because I've been playing Magic for so long, and that's the way it's always been at competitive REL events, I didn't think much of it. So I was like, whatever. But yeah, then, somebody brought it up in Canister Stream today that might not actually be the ruling. I guess I got scammed. That'll be the title of my next YouTube video. Do you get scammed at a 12-person RCQ? Just imagine the clickbait. We'll let the YouTube commenters decide. Yeah, I'll keep this. If you're watching this on YouTube, let me know in the comments. Should not de-sideboarding be considered a game loss? I feel like YouTube's probably going to say no. They're going to side with me. Ooh. Let's go this one. Said I get cheap because I was on my phone, I guess. Thought it was weird, but whatever. 2-0 so far with Grease. Nice. This deck's really powerful. It has, like, a really consistent nut draw, too. Especially this specific version. It just gets to look at so many cards. Like, the deck that gets the most turn 3 kills in Pioneer is Vanifair. Yeah, it's just like, what, Vanifair plus any 1-drop is game? Or I guess Vanifair plus really any creature. I agree with you with that, Brad. I think Abzan is the best for... Not only the best for for looking at the most cards, because Salvage and Supplier look at more cards than Mending and Indulgence, but it also gets to play the best Plan B, which I think this is. I think this is just the best Plan B, so... I would assume that Abzan is just probably the best version. See, this specific version is not really playing a Plan B sideboard. If you're playing Abzan, what Plan B would you play? Because I know that Esper used to play Mentor, but Mentor is not that great in this version specifically. Kind of awkward. I don't want that card in my hand. I almost want to just Witherbloom command this thing. Just, like, blow this up, mill 3, chump block here. Because, like, okay, here's the thing, right? If I don't blow this up and I chump block with Supplier, I don't get the mill 3 off of it. So yeah, I'm just going to go kill this mill 3, because that looks at 6 cards. Whereas if I cast Salvage, I only look at 5, and I take more damage that way, so... So we'll go mill 3, destroy... Wait, where is it? Hard to play mills 3, here it is. Mills 3, destroy. Yeah, this is way better. I milled the Parhelion anyways, so it didn't matter. But if I milled 3 and killed Stitcher... No, this is way better, right? Because I just get the block. Because I'm going to block with Stitcher anyways, right? Either way, I'm going to get the Stitcher trigger. Oh, okay. What about some Sedgemoor Witch? I mean, it's kind of the same problem as Mentor, right? This specific version, compared to the Esper versions, doesn't have as many spells. So the reason that Mentor was so good at Esper was because it played, like, Opt, Consider, in addition to the, they played Opt, Consider, Push, Thoughtseize, right? 16 1-drops, and then they also played Mending and Indulgence. And Mending even does double duty with Mentor because you can flash it back. Whereas this specific version doesn't really have that kind of, like... It just doesn't seem like this version is really that good with Mentor, you know? I do, but, like, how far can really... Like, is Chariot going to take you the entire way? I feel like Chariot only goes so far. So they have Lightning Strike? Is that what this is? What if I just didn't go for it and make them burn their mana? I don't like that. Just make them burn their mana, chump block. Like, they can't ever cast a spell, right? I guess if they go, like, EOT Stomp, untap attack for 5, then hold up Strike, it's kind of awkward, but... Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Maybe I'm supposed to just YOLO Jam. I don't know. But I can just play this next turn, right? Like, this thing also blocks. It just didn't attack with Firebrand? Oh, they have another Stomp. That's what this is. Okay. I'm definitely playing Chariot now. Yeah, I'm definitely playing Chariot. I probably should have went for it last turn though, because like these specific versions of Mono Red usually only play like 2 lightning strikes. You don't hate Tireless Tracker? Yeah. Sideboard into Abzan midrange with walkers? Maybe. Chalice of the Void is going to be in the Historic Anthology? No shot. There's no way they're putting Chalice in Historic. What? Why would they do that? Do you have like a confirmation or something? They just tweeted it? Dude, shut up. I mean, Historic's kind of a joke anyways, but like... God, dude, what the fuck? Bro, I can't. Come on, man, look at this. Are you kidding me? You actually have to be kidding me. God, dude, what is this shit? This is why I don't play Arena Chat. Oh, I see, they have Embercleave. Okay, well... Yeah, maybe I threw this game by not just going for it on turn 3. I thought that I could just make them waste their mana, but... apparently that was not the case. I'm not technically dead, right? Because they go cleave this. First strike, take 4, 5, 6, 7. I go to 3. But obviously I'm in a horrible spot. Okay, I'm cool with that. I am cool with that. Can't wait for the rage on Reddit about not fun Magic cards. I know. Well... okay, why don't we do it this way? Let's play Greasefang. See what they do. Attempt to enter my combat step. Oh, they just never had it? Okay. Well, I guess they just never had it. I was, like, convinced they had Lightning Strike the entire time. And I just, like... it's one of those congratulations you played yourself moments. They bluffed me really good. So, okay. That was, like, a really good example of... bluffing and calling the bluff. Okay, so obviously if my opponent passes with 2 mana, there's somewhat of a likelihood they have Lightning Strike. And from my perspective, I thought it was okay to not go for it because they missed a land drop. I was like, okay, well, they're going to have to hold up 2 mana the entire time. I feel like, from my perspective, if they're holding up 2 mana the entire time while missing land drops, I can just kind of take it slow a little bit. But, like, the reality of it is... maybe what I should be doing is jamming and then like curving that into the chariot or something like that. It's like, I don't know, that was kind of an interesting game. We're gonna swap Thoughtseize for push pretty easily. Seems like a nice clean swap. I don't know that I like Decay. Decay is gonna trade down on mana most of the time. It's like almost always gonna trade for a 1-drop. They're making Pioneer a thing. Yeah, but they're not gonna put Chalice in Pioneer. Like, please God, don't put Chalice in Pioneer. Can we not do that? Yeah, I don't think I want any discard spells. Boat's too slow. Trespasser, Hearse, not do anything. It's just like Decay. But I think I'd like my other cards more than Decay. If I like Jim because you have Can't Stay Away with 5 mana. Yeah, that's true too. I don't know did I have a Can't Stay Away in my graveyard at that time though? I don't think I did. This hand looks like shit. Okay, this is better. Turn 1 Supplier, turn 2 Wayfinder. I think I am putting back the Witherbloom command, because I want to keep this in case I mill over a Greasefang, because I'm going to be milling over 7 cards. So I think I'll just put this back. Kumano faces Kakazan. Who you got, chat? Kumano or Kakazan? Who wins? Damn it. It's never gonna happen. It's just never gonna happen. Your money's on Kumano? Kumano's probably gonna be like a 3-1 favorite, right? Arizev. Okay. I don't love that. Alright, we need to hit a white source of mana, please. That is not a white source of mana. Alright. Probably gonna go to game 3 here pretty shortly. Every time the Saga flips, Kumano wins. Well, Kumano's probably got a pretty good track record then, right? This thing just exiles my stuff. It's so bad. Honestly, I think I have to do this. I'm just going to scoop if they have Embercleave, though. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I can't beat Embercleave. No Embercleave. Okay. Step 1. Step 1, no Embercleave. That thing's dead. I'm at 13. 2 cards. Yeah. Okay. There's the white source of mana, but we don't have the Grease Fang. So I'm going to keep up Swamp in case I draw Push or Stitcher Supplier. I think I'm actually going to discard Chariot? Yeah. Because I want to just hardcast the Grease Fang next turn, specifically because if I discard the Grease Fang and then can't stay away it gets exiled when it goes away. Because then I can't flashback, whereas if I go play this, they kill it, then I can't stay away the next turn. This is a game I definitely just have to YOLO jam. I cannot play around a Lightning Strike. Definitely have to YOLO jam this game. Bold assuming there will be another turn. I mean, they didn't have the Embercleave last turn, and they can't even... Oh, they can't cast it. Yeah, because they have the creature off of this. Wow, no Embercleave? I don't... Just gain 2 life. Don't want to gain 2 life. No, I'll just take 3. So they don't have Embercleave. That's good. I mean, they didn't have Cleave last turn, because they would have cast it, so... Do you hope for an anthology? No! Maybe they'll fuck up. Come on, use it now. Damn it! Damn it, damn it, damn it. Supreme Verdict, maybe? There's not a ton left, right? The other Llanowar Elf, perhaps? I think I have to double block this idiot. I don't even know. Or Nykthos, right? Nykthos? You want Nykthos. Yeah, I know. That's kind of what I was thinking. I was thinking the same thing, too. Where it's like Godfrey's Gift doesn't target. They drew the Embercleave. Feels bad, man. Can't play around it. Chef Seth, thank you for the 3 months. Says, how it going besides Mono Red doing Mono Red things? It's going good. Going good. Wait, they don't have Embercleave? Why did they attack? They simply just don't have the Embercleave. I don't know what's happening. Just waiting for Hazoret's Undying Fury and Pioneer so I can run my dumb Mono Red Storm. Hazoret's Undying Fury. Wait, that card's already legal in Pioneer. What are you talking about? That card's already legal. Yay. I mean, I still probably can't win, but I have no idea what they're doing. Yeah, let's just go to game 3. I don't really know what they're doing, but I can't win that game. Bait Actor. Bait Actor, let's go. Oh, Arena Pioneer. Gotcha. Arena could not handle a combo like that. You already know that. Think Smug this copy ever gets unbanned in Pioneer? I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence about that one. I want it to happen, but I'm not sure that it actually should happen. I think it would be cool, but I also think at the same time, like, every single aggressive deck would probably be playing it. Even all the mid-range decks, like, you would see that in Mono Red, you'd see it in Rakdos mid-range, I'd probably play it in Rakdos Sacrifice, this deck would play it, like, there's just so many decks that would play it. Flectival, thank you for the Twitch Prime, appreciate you, buddy. Opponent snap kept. They had the hand on the keep button and they were spam clicking it. That's how fast they kept. Which means that we're probably dead, but... Or they just misclicked. I don't like the every aggro deck starts at 56 cards to fill. Well, yeah, that's definitely that's the downside, right? Is like every single creature-based strategy starts with 4 of those, and it's like you can't play creatures without Smuggler's Copter. That's kind of the big issue with it. But I think overall it's like decent gameplay, but ooh, discard this thing, I think, right? Yeah. You should keep my Prime for Rocket League content stream, but you helped me so much at learning Rhino. It's the minimum I can do. Thanks a lot. Well, thank you for the kind words, Flexible. I appreciate it, buddy. I'm glad you're enjoying the content. Still gonna be tier 1 with Smuggler instead of Rafine? Possibly. I could see that. Hari Ziv. So we go land, untapped, pass, push this thing, cast Salvage, EOT Salvage. Probably fine as long as they don't have Hearse. But, probably have Hearse. Excuse me. With 3 into 3/3, they are skewed with Rhinos. Oof, that's tough. Speaking of Rhino... Speaking of Rhino, we need to make Siege Rhino work in Pioneer. I've tried, man. I've tried. I wish. Yes, they have, what's that card called? Rending Volley, probably? Probably have Rending Volley. Never forget. I kind of want to take a land because I have the Can't Stay Away. Yeah, I'm going to take a land. Alright, cast this thing. May I do the thing? I have the Rending Volley. Okay, you may proceed. So any land lets us go... Well, not any land. Any non-fast land lets us go again. Maybe I should be attacking here. I don't know, trading damage 15 versus 19 is kind of sketchy. You better believe I'm going to force them to activate this castle. Oh yeah. I want them to do that, that's why I made that play. Right. Of course I drew a tap land. Son of a bitch. Oh, no! They have 2 cards. The whole point of blocking the 1/1 was to force them to use the castle, but I guess I got punished for drawing a tap land. I should still main phase this, in case I hit a creature to play. Alright, well. Proceed. No attacks. I think my play was fine. Maybe I should have chump blocked the Burning Tree, though. Because, again, now if I chump block the Burning Tree, I don't get the trigger off Supplier. Maybe choose Abzan over Esper. We've talked about this a couple of times. I think Abzan is a little bit better at fueling the graveyard because you just have, like, more ways to consistently do the thing. I don't care about that. I only care if they have Lightning Strike. Don't Lightning Strike me. They simply will not have it. See, they don't have it. Parhelion. Attack. Trigger. They take, what, 13, go to 6. I have 2 blockers. Can I... Do I die to, Embercleave? Block here, take 6. No, not that I cleave, right? So yeah, I think the reason that you would want to play Abzan over Esper, I'm going to leave the Eidolon unblocked, is Abzan over Esper is because... So not only do you get you have access to Salvage and Wayfinder, which look at more cards than the blue cards do. They look at, this one looks at 5, this one looks at 4, which is more than Mending and Indulgence look at, which is 2 each. But also you get the best plan B, especially main deck, right? I think this is like the best plan B that either version has. So like having access to this. Also, if you don't have Parhelion, sometimes just doing this on turn 3 is good enough. So I don't know, just like all of those things. All I have left, they destroyed Modern. I have nothing left. Alright, we are on the play. This hand looks pretty good, actually. This is about as good as it gets, right? Turn 1 this, turn 2 this, discard this. It's a pretty good hand. Blue-white control, perhaps? This matchup has to be abysmal. Which else be broken in Pioneer? I don't know if it'd be broken. It would just be, like, completely unfun. It's not even, like, outside of Mono Red, there's not a ton of decks that, like, really rely on 1-drops, but... Attack you for 1. Yeah, this matchup sucks, doesn't it? Unless they're playing Spirits, then it's probably fine, but... This matchup can't be good. I know, right? Chalice is already a horrible play experience. Deck 4. We'll play Blooming Marsh first, play around Censor. Because I know I'm going to end up playing a fast lane this turn anyways, but... I mean, this is a 3-turn clock, so they do have to respect it. They might have to Wrath. Would not mind milling a copy of Greasebank, too. Yeah, this is actually nice. Oh, this actually works out fucking perfect. Because I can go Can't Stay Away, get it countered, play second Can't Stay Away. This works out really well for me. Like, exceptionally well for me. Right? So let's go play the Can't Stay Away before playing a land to give them less information. So they counter this. I mean, if they have 2 counter spells, they have 2 counter spells, but like... I think this is the best best opportunity I'm gonna get to try and go for it. I admit it took counter spells, but okay. Parhelion. Take a million. Cool. You're dead. Deuces. Alright, so let's bring in Duress. Do I want Graveyard Trespasser? No. They're gonna have a pile of Rest in Pieces. Next turn I flashback too. Yeah, next turn the flashback too. So like even if they wrath me, I just go flashback, you're dead. Yeah, that's what we were talking about too, Walloompa. Chariot's so good as a plan B. I kind of want more of a plan B in the sideboard too. Like, I don't know if Chariot, like, against a deck that, like, this matchup specifically that has, you know, Rest in Peace and a bunch of counterspells, I don't know that Chariot by itself is good enough. Like, I kind of want something in addition to Chariot. You know how the Esper decks have, like, Monster Mentor or something like that. Maybe just a Planeswalker, like Gideon Ally or something along those lines. Just kind of, like, mid-range-ish Planeswalker type thing. What's up, Giglio? Maybe Regisaur could be okay. That thing hits like a truck. Gideon Blackblade. I think I like 4-mana Gideon more. I think I like Ally more. What am I cutting in this matchup? I honestly... Maybe Rafine's Informant. It's kind of weird because this thing does sort of pressure them. Maybe I can go like one of these, one of these, one of these, bring in 3 Duress. I could shave a Parhelion, maybe. Yeah, let's just try this. Could this deck afford a Boseiju? Mana's kind of sketchy as is. I don't really think you could. I mean, maybe. Like, you could maybe play 1, but this hand's not bad. You know what I wish this deck had access to is Bob. Bob is like the perfect card that I'm looking for. Mostly because I could get Complaint Equity when I reveal Parhelion with Bob. But yeah, that's the type of card that I'm looking for, you know. I could choose to not take Rest in Peace because I have the Witherbloom command, but it's their only good play, so their hand sucks. The Energy Bob. But the problem with that card is with no other source of energy, it's really hard to get it going. So I don't think you want something like that. I guess maybe you could play something like Aether Hub in your mana base, but even that's kind of sketchy. Not in love with that idea. Tilt. Bricktown land and no Parhelion. Feels bad, man. Graveyard Trespasser, 4-mana Gideon, Underdog, Polychronos. Underdog is something that could be kind of cool too, because you can just mill the Underdog over. But, you know, I guess at that point, then it's not really that good against Rest in Peace. So it might be kind of sketchy that, like, I want to have a threat that is like a sticky standalone threat that also happens to be good against Rest in Peace. You know? That's why I'm looking at something like a Gideon. Some sort of Planeswalker. Hellblade's not terrible either, because Hellblade is also like a fine. It's also fine in your plan A, quote unquote. Take this. Maybe I should just play the Greasefang. That thing attacks for 4. Probably should just play the Greasefang that turn. Yeah, well, they're on 4 blue sources with March Farewell in hand. Kind of awkward. Carnage Tyrant, too expensive. Polychronos is not bad. Yeah, Polychronos is kind of cool. The Polychronos Unchained. Is that what it's called? Vraska's not horrible. Okay. I mean, do I just YOLO? They have the, they can have a Droid Disruption, but there's 2 in play. You know, fuck it, let's YOLO. Fuck it, let's YOLO. Shifting Ceratops is not bad. Also good against counterspells. Splash Blue for Rogue Refiner? Nah, I'm good. I'm good with that. Alright, they simply do not have the counterspell. You may proceed. Elder Gargaroth. I kind of don't want it to cost 5 mana. I prefer it to cost 4 or 3. Because the Esper decks get to play Monastery Mentor, which is just a 3-mana threat. So, like, ideally it costs 3 or 4. Longtusk Cub. Longtusk Cub is awkward because your deck isn't that good at removing blockers, you know? Because, like, in the matchups where you want the, In the matchups where you want the additional threat, you're going to be cutting your fatal pushes, because most of it is going to be matchups like this, right? So it's like, or I guess Cub is good, but like, yeah, I guess Cub would be good in this matchup, but I guess I was trying to think of like situations where you'd want Cub against a deck that also had a lot of blockers, which would be kind of weird. And Offense of the Foremost. That one's not horrible, yeah. That one does hit pretty hard. Oh, I want to open all. Never open one, always open all. What did we lose to that league, by the way? Yeah, Life Bane Zombie. Is this a commander card? I think it is. Is it worth anything? There's like so many random commander cards that are worth money for no apparent reason.